Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and beautiful people across the whole world, it is a good day to face off against that which is the Oko meta. Oh! Is Oko Broco? I can't tell. Well, let's look at some data to determine it. Yeah, it's everywhere. It's busted. So, in case you haven't been following, Field of the Dead was banned after the Mythic Championship, which took place... I'm going to lose my job. It took place at some point in the past. And Field of the Dead decks represented 45% of the metagame at the Mythic Championship. That got banned the Monday after the Mythic Championship, at which point in time, Oko suddenly swole up out and spilled over the entire ladder scene, the tournament scene, the MPL. People love Oko. And at this point, I believe that Oko's price is getting to the point where it is about as much as Jace the Mind Sculptor. Is that right? Is that the thing? Is that pretty good? Is that the one? Is that the sort of thing? Is that what's going on? The card is so good that, for any of you who don't know, it's a green-blue planeswalker that just does a lot of good things and does it very, very fast. And it's 3 mana, so it comes down early. It's so popular that the sideboarding card, Noxious Grasp... Get me out of here. No, get me... Cancel. Get me out of here. The card, Noxious Grasp, which says destroy target creature or planeswalker that's green or white. This is run main deck with 4 copies in a lot of the decks. It's insane. I can't believe it. It's incredible. So there is murmurings that Oko the Broco is going to get ban-oranoed. This is me just experimenting around with various fiddly ideas. Oko is just so good. It's so ridiculously, incredibly good. So what I'm interested in doing today is just kind of whipping up some funsy kind of decks. I'm interested in trying to do some sort of Selesnya Tokens deck. Let's go ahead and do standard. Selesnya Tokens. I'm going to hit done and save this. Yeah. Do I have... This was one of the older Simic lists that I was fiddling with. Part of the reason that this card is so good is... It costs 3 mana, as you see. A Gilded Goose can be played on turn 1, permitting Oko Thief of Crowns to come out on turn 2. Notice that on the turn it's played, you +2, and it has 6 toughness. I know it's called loyalty, but I'm going to call it toughness because I get to do whatever I want. It's my show. Who are you gonna call? Ghostbusters. Listen, we all thought it. It's hard not to think it anytime someone says a sentence with that beginning. Yeah, so like... Oko, it comes out with 6 toughness, and that's very, 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 very difficult for any deck to pick off. 6 damage on turn 2, 3, or 4? Ugh! It's a lot. So, Oko, Thief of Broco, is really a defining it boy. I need to explain that the big source of its power is that center ability, the +1. It can turn the food made by a +2 into a 3/3 elk. If you make a huge scary threat, Oko can turn it into a 3/3 elk. If you play something like Yarok that can trigger all sorts of other cool things, Oko will turn it into an elk. So it both eliminates threats, it can also it can create threats all by itself. It can eliminate threats. It can generate food, which can be used by the Wicked Wolf, which is one of the real all-stars. Oh my god. Oh my god. Despy's grooming Sheriff. Screw the show. This is I need to get video of this. Because they've been getting a little upset with each other. No, keep going. Keep going. Keep grooming your sister. Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah. It's okay. I got a little bit of it, Despy. You're a good cat. Oh my god, they've been so upset with each other lately. Because I only have 1 box, and they both want to be in the box. Right now, Sheriff is in the box, and she's been a very good cat. What the hell were we talking about? Yeah, Oko is good because it eliminates threats. And the -5, which is rarely used, is often a very good way to just turn the opponent's threat into an elk, and then -5 and like snatch the elk and bring it to your side. It's just a super strong card. The one, if we just look at this deck as a sample, Oko can come down, be a big old threat. We have things like Questing Beast and Wicked Wolf to both try to 2-for-1 us and also just provide another threat for us. But there's a lot of singletons on the board. There's like a single 3/3 or maybe one questing beast. This is part of the reason why I'm interested in exploring some sort of... Did I not save my deck? Whatever. I'm interested in some sort of Selesnya Tokens deck. As a way to just go wide to get around it. Selesnya Tokens. Like Wicked Wolf, yeah, you can pop out and trade, but I have multiple tokeny nerds that are staying alive. And I'm going to peer at some other brews that are on the internets. I want to see what they kind of look like. Yeah, right now, Sultai, mid-range, Simic, or excuse me, Sultai ramp, Simic ramp, Bant ramp, all these sorts of things. All of these are absolute toppity top line decks. Is there any just good old Selesnya? Is there any good old Selesnya that I can look at? I know there's the Selesnya Adventure, but I'm looking for my good old friend, the Selesnya Token, see if we can get something good there. There's probably not a reason to deviate substantially from it, but I'm going to try to jam in some of my favorite cards, March of the Multitudes, I adore, and all those other good things. All right, let me go ahead and place a tweet out. Today we're gonna try to rock some Selesnya Tokens in an attempt to overcome the glut of Oko in the meta. Twitch.tv/Day9TV. Wow, what a powerful tweet. My switches are the brown ones. What's your favorite color, Day9? Is brown. All right, so let's take a look at, you know, a lot of the what I've been seeing many people do is they have this Edgewall Innkeeper. Whenever you cast a creature spell, it has an adventure, draw a card. They put in like a bunch of these. There's the Faerie Guidemother. Lets me pick things off and get in there. There's no, not Shepherd of the Flock, Lovestruck Beast. This is another good way to just make early tokens and go wide. This seems to me like a good base of a lot of these decks. Oh my god, Maynard, it's so good to see you. Oh, Maynard. Mwah. Someone says, isn't Selesnya Tokens just an adventure deck until you can instant in a bunch of tokens? Yeah. 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 Anything else? Also, I think we're going to be running like 22 or so lands, 21 lands. Let's make it 21 as a starting point, because I'm also going to be running a bunch of the flower flourishes. I don't actually know what my sideboarding plan is. I don't like Once Upon a Time at all. I really don't. I probably should. I probably should like it a lot more. March of the Multitudes. Are there any good token generating type cards? Because I mean, there's things like Hunted Witness, which is one of those historically like, hey, this could probably be good. Is Emmara? Emmara's in the meta? There's also, because I'm just not sure what to do in the 2-drop slot, to be quite honest. Yeah, I mean, like, Emmara's Soul of the Accord doesn't... I'm trying to really put my finger on what is the thing that makes Emmara feel so weak. Makes her feel so weak. Oh, Giant Killer. Giant Killer. I actually really like this card. Destroy target creature with power 4 or greater, or tap target creature. Winds up being super duper duper effective. And I'm going to kind of note, like, with this, like, we're not actually making that many tokens. We have a token here. Right now we just have a lot of creatures. So, yeah, this is why a Woodland Champion just does not feel as substantial to me. Do I even want to do tokens? Do I even want to do it? See, like a Venerated Loxodon actually feels totally reasonable here. Flower Flourish feels totally reasonable. Selesnya Tokens, drop the tokens. You know, there's also the Shepherd. Well, you know, I'm just kind of going the Selesnya Adventures route right now, but, like, do I even want to do this? I mean, this is kind of built around stalling a wee bit more. Odie. Oh, my God, Odie. Says sub to say hello, Sean. Good to see you, Odie, man. I hope you're having a fantastic Monday. I'm trying my hardest. Want to try to win. I think I've seen some lists just run a single pair of these. And then there's, you got your good old Conclave Tribunal. Some number of these puppies. Oh, I forgot about Conclave Cavalier. This card is so tight. I don't think it's actually any good because it gets turned into an elk. What does Oakham Ranger do again? Oakham Ranger. This seems pretty weak and pretty slow. Pretty weak and pretty slow. Spending 4 to make 2 1/1 tokens is a little slow. What are the other ones? I mean, I've also been seeing Flaxen Intruder. This is an answer to the very, very quite so scary Witch's Cauldron. Am I wide enough? Because I kind of want to put in a Johnny the Greathearted. You know what I mean? I love this card. I love this card like a lot. You know what I mean? I'm trying to figure out where I can put this puppy in here, man. Is this actually that good? I mean, part of me thinks that I should just put in more Conclave Tribunals, but I guess we don't need that many Conclave Tribunals if we have giant killers. Hero of Precinct 1. I don't think we have quite enough gold cards, but I like where you're thinking. I like where you're thinking. Ironroot Warlord. Ironroot Warlord. Yeah, I want this one. The second ability is slow. The first ability is arguably nifty. I mean, I like this one being just like a 5/5. They can poop upon. Oh my God, that's right. I don't want to run a Johnny if I'm running a Lovestruck Beast. Do I care that much? What do I want to do? Screw what's good. I want to put Tristani's in here. I love Tristani. Where are my 1-drops at? There we go. Is this the one? Is this the Ajani? I wish I had the other Ajani, man. That would have been great. And we can also consider Prison Realm. Or like down one of these, up one of these, something like this. Okay, so I mean, I started with the adventure base. I don't know how much I like it. Have you seen Mogwai's Go Wide decks? Oh no, but that actually sounds like what I want to do. I mean, screw this. I've just looked up Mogwai on the YouTubes. Go wide or go home? Yeah. Yeah, let's maybe just steal this. Let's mute YouTube so it doesn't just start playing advertisements loudly. Let's actually give this a shot. Let me just. This is Adventure Selesnya. All right, that's good enough. Yep, totally fine with it. Oh. This is an interesting one. Okay, so this is Flaxen Intruder. Still runs 4, 4, 4, and 4, and it has a once upon a time. It runs a single Emmara? Feels weird. It runs an additional one of these. Does it run no Shepherds of the Flock? I kind of like that. Shepherd of the Flock has always felt both really powerful, but stays in my hand a long time. A pair of Tristanis, hell yes. Only 2 of these? Interesting. Lovestruck Beast, Conclave, and what am I missing? Oh, a single Unbreakable. Huh. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Huh. Let's give this a shot. There's that one. I was looking for that one. And then Temple Garden. Let's try this. This is MegaMogwai's Selesnya. So this is kind of a little bit more like what I'm interested in. A little bit more, but I mean it has less of the tricksy cards. Like this card, I think, is one of the harder cards to play. Return target permanent you control to its owner's hand. The idea of Usher to Safety is being like, you wicked wolf, my guy. Boom! I'm bringing it back to the hand. Like I recognize its merit, but I like cards that are just a little bit more, or decks that are a little bit more linear to play. I'm gonna play a best of 1 for now. Because I actually just don't know how to sideboard these types of cards, like, even the slightest. Alright, this is an acceptable hand, I guess. Was Shaz banned today? Shaz is always banned. Like Ringo saying, Wizards will announce the next Shaz ban on November 18th. Okay, so this is black. I'm pretty sure I just do this now. You know, I kind of like cutting the Flower Flourish down to 2. This deck feels a little light on the land. Alright, so we see a Sultai. Unbreakable Formation can be used responsively. Okay. Lovestruck Beast represents a lot of power. I can actually do stuff with it this turn. Is overlay on? Yeah, we're trying the cardboard live overlay today. Is it working? Actually, not 100% sure what I take, but I think I do this one because this just has a lot of immediate value. It should be on. Now the question is, do I want to wait on this Flaxen Intruder? I think so. We are giving it a shot. Location for the hand is a little funny. Oh, let me try this thing.
Cannot run or hide.
All right, let me know if this is working. Fix now, good. All right, so we have Garruk, which is a card I love. And I think I just have to Conclave Tribunal this guy. See, I really like the linear style of other Selesnya decks. I really like the linear style of other Selesnya decks where you're just trying to go wide and you're just trying to, like, blow shit up. I struggle with these sort of, like, cutesy... Like, Once Upon a Time is a card I just find so difficult. Oh my god, this is Abzan Wolves. I mean, I'm so fucked right now. I've never died faster, man. Oh yeah, the ladder system just reset. I was like, oh my god! I blame the coffee. Yeah. Didn't get that final sip of coffee, and it really was what's ruining me. We're doing best of 1 right now. Well, I can just develop a little bit of comfort with this here game here. Kirby Derp says, because the deck's a little slow, is it possible Realmcloak Giant is a good ad? Oh, Realmcloak Giant would absolutely ruin our own deck, because Realmcloak Giant is really valuable when you are trying to sweep the board of creatures, and that's like the last thing in the universe we want to do. So I do this first. I played the wrong land, but once I dragged it out, I had to live with what I had become. Abzan Wolves is pretty tight. Garmore says, had fun watching the StarCraft finals. Dude, WCS was so good up until the finals, and then it just fell apart. The finals was so one-sided compared to the other games. Alright, so we see white-blue. So I'm going to just begin to draw. I think that it's probably a little better for us to Flaxen Intruder. Alright, this could be our counterful buddy. I see white-blue. White-blue with counters appears to be pretty popular right now. I'm going to play another one because this looks a little bit like a quench. Alright. God, I did it. I got to gold too. I knew I had it in me. I knew I had it in me. Sir Plastic Pants is that blue-black planeswalker that eats your library, ruins me all the time. That actually would be pretty fun. A blue-black mill deck. Ooh. How do I evaluate a hand like this, huh? So I'm gonna try to hold on to this, but because this deck is so synergy based, I'm not 100% certain of how it's supposed to be played. I'm gonna get a green one because I can go double white and then go giant killer if I feel like it, which I don't think I will. Temple of Epiphany, huh? Now, I think I need to make a call right now and say, is this deck going to have a lot of giant killer targets? I think I just slam these down. I think that this is the way that I play this deck. All right. Grixis, okay. Why would you tap this way? Oh my god, are you kidding me? What? Oh my god. I mean, come on. Alright, guys. Let's get in there. Let's get in there. You know, a lot of times I feel like there's collisions in the auto-tapper where, for instance, there's a land that I would typically not want to tap because it's like an active land. There's things like this. But then there's things like that moment which didn't feel like there was some sort of weird collision going on. It just felt like you fucking me, you know? It's one of my favorite cards of all time. I love the 2/2 lifelink soldiers. You know, because like there's lands that are just like, okay, I can generate mana, but I'm active, and this also generates mana and is active, and I just got to pick one as the auto tapper, because sometimes you're going to want to leave one up or the other, so it's up to you, man. I totally get this. But when I have plains, forest, I have nothing castable with a forest in hand, and I'm casting a Faerie Guidemother. I mean, like, come on, man. And that feels like something that could be coded in there. That feels like something that could be coded in there.
God, once again. No, my intellect is without.
This is actually quite painful. I think I'm gonna have to grab another one here. All right, Flaxen Intruder. We're all big. This deck needs more tokens in the way of Outlaw's Merriment. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. Wait a minute. So, first of all, Merriment would be super terrible in this deck, because this deck is about going wide quickly, and Merriment is just a very slow, controlling thing. But if we were to play an Outlaw's Merriment deck and there's no more Fields of the Dead that exist in the damn meta anymore. Wait a minute. That could be pretty fun.
Good help is easy.
Maybe a Naya Outlaw's Merriment deck. You never know, huh? You never know. Oh, Yarley says no, Sean. Just no. You know what? You're correct. Outlaw's Merriment is not a card that I think is going to be helpful for anybody. You know what really sucks about Outlaw's Merriment against Oko decks? You know what really sucks about it? It's 4 mana, and then they play the Brazen Borrower, and it just bounces it. We have got to be fucking kidding me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, farts. Alright, well, let's try to kill some stuff, huh? Do I just do this? Yeah, maybe that's the play. Why that way? Why not trade? Alright, very well. I mean, I guess my opponent just really wanted Fires of Invention to live, which is fine. I'm cool with that. Don't think I'm not. Ryder Guitar says Outlaw's Merriment is like the perfect kitchen table's junk. Yeah, it's really good. I actually think we accidentally won, which feels pretty tight. Hi, sweetie pie. How are you? You're doing good? Let me scratch your head. I just want to spend time with my cats lately. I'm actually, I am really excited to do Christmas break, where I'm going to do nothing. I'm going to do nothing. I'm really excited about that, because I haven't really had a solid, healthy, just time away sort of break thing. I think the last time I took a break was when I went to Hong Kong at the start of July to visit the family. And, like, that was nice, but it's not exactly relaxation, you know what I mean?
Your existence is meaningless.
I think my dude has to swing with the Murderous Rider, maybe? Goes to 4, then I can tap? No? Nice, very cool. Very thick, solid, and tight. So if I get a Conclave Tribunal, we do it. Oh my god, everybody! Yeah. Starting to see some of the merit of this pupper. How would you sideboard this thing, huh? How would you sideboard this deck? Not like what would go in the sideboard. I don't understand what I would take out of my main board. Tis a fine play. I'm going to work under the assumption that there is no way my opponent can do anything about this on the first turn. Take out the Once Upon a Time. Do I always do this? Because, I mean, I'm just hearing everyone just talk about how busted, broken, good, and amazing that freaking card is. I'm playing best of ones to try to get a sense of, like, when I might or might not take things out. What's this, man? Alright, perfect. I mean, this is actually a fine run out, man. I think we're just going to kill Thea, like, very quickly. Once Upon a Time helps when you're on 2021 lands. That's what I'm not sure about. Maybe Emmara if there's... No! Oh, I didn't mean to scare you, Sharebear. It was just Dad sneezing because he's got a little sneezy nose. Alright, let us bonk. Very good cat, sweetheart. White Rob 86 says, do you ever think we'll see a StarCraft 3? If we do, it'll be in 10 years, I betcha. It'll be in 10 years, I betcha. Oh, I betcha. Seraphic Soul. 30 months says, ooh, dirty 30s. Yeah, ma'am. You got it, Thea. Simon Baxter says, on mobile. You know, I'm gonna make a statement that's a little histrionic. That's maybe a little wrong, but I'm gonna make it. I feel like mobile games can be so amazing, but a lot of them are garbage. You know what I'm saying? Oops. Like, I've played mobile games, and I've been like, this is, I don't even think of this as a mobile game. This is just a good game that I'm playing on mobile. But, like, my God, there's so many garbage-ass mobile games. And specifically, I think that this is what's caused people to be like, oh, don't make it on mobile. I mean, if they were like, hey, we're going to make a StarCraft game on mobile, part of me would be like, yeah, if it's good, I'm fine with it. But I think as we saw with the announcement of Diablo Immortal, this is not my sideboard, by the way. This is Mogwai's sideboard that I'm just copying over to try to get a... Oops. Try to get a sense of how this puppy works. As I saw with Diablo Immortal, if you take something that is traditionally a PC game, and then you announce that it is being developed in mobile... I'll play a couple more Vessel ones. If you announce that it's being made in mobile, it actually feels like you're messing up the expectations. Because, I mean, part of what I think was so painful for Blizzard this year, at least from the outside looking in, I mean, it's pretty painful the fact that Diablo 4 gets announced, that cutscene was super sweet, but a lot of people were like, yeah, you should have announced this last year. I mean, if honestly they had not announced Diablo Immortal last year, and then this year said, hey, we're announcing Diablo Immortal, and we're announcing Diablo 4, everyone would be like, Blizzard are geniuses! I think that expectation management is unbelievably important when it comes to interfacing with a community. And so if someone's like, hey, well, what about StarCraft on mobile? To that, I would say, yeah, I don't have a single problem with the idea of that. But keep in mind, I have spent 20 plus years of my life only playing this dang game on the computer, so if you're shooting me the bird, I will shoot you the bird back. By the way, I don't know. Okay, wait. Can I do this? I go 1, 2. Okay, I can't quite do all the things I want to do, but I'm gonna try. This is my kind of Selesnya. My kind of Selesnya. What turn is this? This is turn 3. This is turn 3. Yeah. Yeah, again, I don't think there's anything fundamentally wrong with mobile games. I think a lot of mobile games are friggin' garbage. Pipquack says, I subbed to say I hate Oko. You're in good company, Pipquack. And what was my opinion on BlizzCon? I feel like the biggest takeaway I got from this year's BlizzCon was that the cinematics team at Blizzard are some of the most brilliant and talented artists of any medium that has ever existed. Absolutely spellbindingly good. Like, holy crap, man. I mean, it's just, I mean, I couldn't even believe it. But I thought that all the components related to gameplay were weird. The Diablo 4 gameplay was extremely brief, and maybe this is just because they had extra footage and gameplay that I could have seen if I attended BlizzCon and played on the floor, which I didn't do. Maybe that was the idea. They hyped with the cinematics and the opening ceremony and some of that, and then they let the people on the floor play the game when they have more footage of that and all that good stuff. Maybe that's what the gist was, but for me, I went, that cinematic's amazing, and then I saw some of the gameplay, and I mean, let's be real. Action RPGs are pretty system-focused. I mean, they're pretty system-focused. So, like, how am I going to be able to get a sense of those systems from a trailer that's like 90 seconds long or whatever. Oh, this garbage. Okay, you got it. I'm just going to go ahead and swing in since I'm probably Lovestruck in this turn. So the shortness of it, I feel like, hurt them a little bit. Because I mean the graphics look great, but it was hard for me to be like, oh, okay, so I recognize the leap from Diablo 3. Is the gameplay therefore similar to Diablo 3 in that regard? Huh? What do I want to do here? 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. I can't really do anything that amazing. I think this is what I'm going to do. I was about to be so pissed off because it auto-did these, and if it had auto-done this one, I would have been so annoyed. By the way, I'm keeping this as a 1-1 because these need a 1-1-1 to be able to attack. And I plan on sacrificing these little puppies. This is going to be a real pain in the ass, though. Well, let's change things a bit. Now I am going to do this, and this, and this guy. And this guy. And this guy. Here's my 1-1. Oh yeah, so then we so I'm talking about Diablo. The Diablo 4 gameplay, I felt like just the way that it fit into the presentation, it just felt a little odd. Yeah, this one's fine. The way it fit into the presentation just felt a little odd. Because it was so brief and I felt like it didn't show what would have been the cool parts. And again, maybe that's just because I should be thinking of it in the context of other things. But I haven't seen, this is the only footage I've seen of all the new stuff at BlizzCon was from that trailer. And then, similarly, Hearthstone very briefly showed like 2 cards with no gameplay, and then did like a super cut of the, I should maybe even call it a super duper duper cut of some sweet gameplay. I love March of the Multitudes. Yeah. I mean, does this put my hand a little too face up? I think so, man. I don't need a save for the March. I'm in like a very good position to begin to beat down. Yeah, the super cut of the Hearthstone auto battler. I was like, I'm really interested in the auto battler genre, and it was just like bam, 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 and it's showing all these things go back and forth, and oh my god. And then it just moved on, and I was like, what? Yeah, I want to know more about this auto battler. How does it work? You want me to sacrifice a creature. I guess this guy, man. I still think I'm having the advantage of the pressure. Yeah, there was a lot of super cutty type things that I felt like I just would have wanted to see more of the gameplay. Like, I actually think back to what Blizzard did around their Overwatch announcement in 2015, I guess it was. It had like the cinematic trailer, but then it had kind of a super cut. But what it did is it said Hanzo, and it showed Hanzo, and then you got the first-person perspective of Hanzo, showed him jumping up, showed him shooting the arrow a little bit. or I should say climbing up the side of a wall, and you were like, whoa. And then it went to, whoa, because if you've played any shooter, you're like, oh my god, that dude can climb up walls. And then it went to Widowmaker, and it showed that she has a sniper rifle, and everyone goes, oh, okay, it's a sniper rifle type character. That's cool, I get that. I get how snipers function. I think I actually do want to March of the Multitudes. I'm just not going to attack. I mean, this puts my hand a little face up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. -3 is 6 nerds. Yeah, so you see, there's the sniper rifle shot. You're like, oh, okay, this is a sniper character. And then it shows her, like, grappling hook. And then it shows her ultimate where you can see through walls. And again, anyone who's played a shooter goes, holy crap, that's cool. It shows Reinhardt that, like, holds the shield up. Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And you're like, oh my god, and I can see, like, it contextualized everything. I felt like there was very, 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 very little contextualization. Alright, so, get these out of the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Jesus. I'm gonna do it now because the Tithe Taker effect could potentially come back to bite me in the butt. If my opponent has like a second Tithe Taker or other such things, I guess I could have done it in response back then, that's fine. But I can also sacrifice the 1/1 here, so. Yeah, so, I mean, I sort of walked away from the event with one of those, like, whoa, Blizzard cinematics are just so incredible. That plus, man, the gameplay stuff didn't contextualize a lot of what I was seeing, which made it hard for me to get sort of tickled by what I was seeing. Do I just outright die here? Is that what happened? You know, I'm actually going to sack this guy. I forgot that this guy can ping these 1/1s. That's pretty bad. That would have been an argument to hold on to the March of the Multitudes. That is all fine and dandy. And then this comes back, and this gets sacked. Okay, so it's lethal. It didn't matter. Our opponent had lethal, so it's fine. I'm going to try to start... Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, well, I wasn't particularly tickled by any of the game announcements specifically. Save for perhaps the Hearthstone auto-battler. Which again, contextually I don't really have any information about other than things bang into each other. A la Hearthstone. Alright, this is my favorite cards of all time. I'm going to go ahead and hang on to that one. I think that turn that I didn't swing I actually should have swung. Underneath is a Hearthstone auto battler going to be free to play or what? I have no idea. Oh yeah, speaking of which, I remember. Do I play this now? I mean, probably. I think what I am is not the beatdown. Yeah, like the Hearthstone. Or excuse me, at the end of the Overwatch announcement, Jeff Kaplan was like, a lot of you are asking questions about how Overwatch 2 is going to interact with Overwatch 1, and then he said things. I actually tweeted about this. He said a bunch of things that actually just left me really confused. Because Great, I was going to trade him no matter what. This is a nice little combo that I will deliberately tap for. No. Light up the stage. Goodbye, Emmara. I hardly knew ye. Alright, well this is nice. Ondrin says, Play Overwatch has a great clarifying video that they just released that summarizes more detailed Overwatch 2 panel, etc. Do I trade Rue here? I think I am fine not to, because I would like an X equals 3 on this March of the Multitudes. Do I Once Upon a Time here? Do I March of the Multitudes here? I feel like I want to March of the Multitudes. Maybe that's because I just very literally want to March of the Multitudes.
I'm happy as a hellion to start some fires.
This will end up being pretty good.
Don't worry, I brought company.
So there's four exile-y guys. Four Devout Decrees in the side. Yeah, this is going to be really good for us. I was wondering, since Selesnya Adventures is a beautiful, beautiful thing. I find it to be an okay thing. I don't really know how to play it well. Oh my god. Alright, I'm going to concede out of this one. I died. I died in my own lap this morning. Okay, so let's see. How do I wish to change? Yeah, I like the multitude of little dudes. Destroy an artifact or enchantment. That seems kind of useful. Giant Killer seems a little bit less useful, because I don't think there's any creatures with power 4 or greater. Is this a useful one? Do I actually sort of like go on the slow it down thing? You get the Devout Decree, that makes sense. I think I actually board out the Once Upon a Times, I think. Which sounds a wee bit crazy. I mean, this is going to be so good. Thing is that Once Upon a Time is very good for finding the land. March of the Multitudes. Probably not. But do I take out all of them? I'm also thinking that maybe I want to get some of these in here because they're big and thick. Emmara seems like she's probably pretty bad in the matchup, huh? Seems pretty not good. I'm going to try to not board this out ever and just kind of see how my mind and body feels. Do I maybe take all of these out? Peel these puppies out and boy, do I not know how to sideboard this thing, man. See, I have so few lands in here. Feels uncomfortable to cut that many guys. Yeah, this is going to be insane if I can just get one turn in. Somebody says you figured out the Devout Decrees and that's most important. Yeah, I mean, maybe I should just put in 4 Devout Decrees and leave the rest of the deck alone. It doesn't really matter, huh? Edgewall into Edgewall Faerie is very, very nifty. Maybe I actually just cut down on the Once Upon a Times. Maybe go to, like, a pair. Well, I mean, this just was an insane turn of events. This is good. Bring it on. Witch's Cauldron we can totally rock out with. The value is overwhelming! My body has become a massive vessel consisting only of value. I'm going to trade this here because my opponent could go red mana and then into draw a pair of nerds. Light up the stage. This one. I mean that's pretty good, huh? Alright, let's see what we get. Nice. Go in there. Alright, this is working out okay. Are you having trouble getting comfortable, Sheriff? My favorite brown cat. Alright, my opponent has accidentally become a bastion of removal. What a big mega whoopsie. Favorite card in the whole wide world? You know, I'm going to decline to have Flaxen Intruder throw her body against the wall for no reason. Alright, well. Ow. Oh, it begins, huh? Alright, well. Get down the castle. Send in our flappy friend. Good job. Yeah. Yeah, I could also X equals 2 here. Pipclass asking if I keep up with the story Magic the Gathering. Not really. Not in like a I am present tense following all the lore and media and all that good shit. I do occasionally go on like wiki benders. That's fine. That's fine. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to do anything. So I don't have a particularly strong opinion about any of this stuff. Ah, another Midnight Reaper. Exile a creature that's black or red. Okay, I know what to do here. Get this guy out of there. That seems good. Ooh, yeah. I'm feeling proud of myself here, huh? Everybody. Yeah. Trade Joe body. How's Shaman doing today? We're up a teensy bit. I'm gonna go ahead and decline. Can I just say I've been rereading the Dresden Files, and it is so great. It is so great. I can handle that. So good. I cannot wait for. What a butthead. What a butthead. Mr. Loss is preparing himself for the next book. Yes, the 16th Dresden Files book has finally been completed. And will be getting published probably within a year. I'm gonna summon a cat. Andron says, anyone checked out the new His Dark Materials adaptation? Yeah, I saw that on an ad, and I was wondering what the heck it was. It looks really interesting. Many a bones were had that day. I got it. Probably this is good. Allows me to put my opponent in questing beast range. That sucks. But what are you gonna do? Alright, that's it. These are all the things that my enemy doth have. That's a mistakey. Go ahead, take your dang damage. I think we did it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Boop. Hey, is cardboard live? Does it loading the deck list up properly for y'all? Hello. Everybody. Yeah. Alright, that's fine. If I send in my body this way, yeah, that's fine. You know, let me see what happens if I ban Stream Decker Bot. I can unban Stream Decker Bot in a little bit. Who you gonna eat, Cauldron fam? Yeah, Stream Decker Bot broke the rules and will be dead forever now. That one gets eaten. My opponent already went on to blockers, so cannot save all the damage. I'm going to be playing all day tomorrow, too. I'm curious what sort of deck I'm going to want to be running. Alright, and this comes down. Can I go Naya or Grixis? Yeah, we can try some Naya control. I mean, you know, everything just resets. I can just like be. Oh man.
Need a match? No.
I mean, this is kind of good. Wait, this. Oh no, this is non-token creature. Ah, god. I like Naya ramp stuff. I like the idea of like a Naya Merriment deck would be very fun, but I don't know exactly how the card draw would work in that deck. Alright, this fun. This does suck.
Come on, Chandra, remember that spell.
Watch for 30 minutes, haven't seen a single Oko. This is, I think, the first best of 3 we've played. A lot of them are in best of 3 because they have very strong sideboarding plans with them. Are they banning Oko? There's murmurings about it. Percentage-wise, it's kind of everywhere. That feels like a mistake. Okay. Okay, I have some ideas. Some ideas of how I want to adjust our deck. I think I can actually, like, cut down to 2. I think this was a good thing to cut all of. That didn't seem very useful. Do I want this in here? Is this actually that good in this matchup? Obviously it gets around Noxious Grasp. I don't think our opponent's going to be running Duress. Doesn't get around Angrath's Rampage. What the heck do we put in? We have 2 slots. This doesn't feel as strong. The Mayhem Devils are really obnoxious. Maybe an Unbreakable Formation? God, I just don't like Once Upon a Time, but I feel like I need it with the small amount of land we have. Alright, let's go Sean. Let's go Sean. I realize I literally know nothing about Death Stranding, but I'm still probably going to play it. The reviews that I saw about Death Stranding were, like, really negative. Oh, God. Alright. Or do I just do this? Alright, well, that all sucked. Like, apparently, teams were given a review copy, and were told that they may not publish a review unless they'd played through the entire game. And there's tons of reviewers that were just like, I couldn't finish it. I couldn't do it. Oops. God, man. I'm just getting out of here.
Basically, anything.
Spent a long time sideboarding and then just like went to 5 and then like the absolute god opening happened. I was like, okay, I'm not doing this. Shit. Yeah, I mean that's a pretty poignant review if you're like, I literally cannot finish this game. Zev says, I think it's a game that's not for everybody, but if it's your thing, you'll love it. That's what I've been hearing. Opponent goes first. What do I think about this hand? I think this hand is not active enough. I like that hand more. I mean, I kind of... The idea of just generalized reviews increasingly feels weird to me, because there's like a lot of television and movies that are not good, that I love. They're not... I mean, Korean dramas, they have a lot of plot holes. They have a lot of plot holes in them, you know. Blame it on the goose, baby. But I mean, the whole, like, what's the percentage of the thing? Because, I mean, there's a lot of, like, for instance, I really like city building, simulation-y type games. I think those are very, very fun. I'm a big fan of roguelike and roguelites. Probability of a wolf coming down is high. What? Alright, well. Let's get that one out. Edgewall Innkeeper is just so good, man. Yeah, there's just so many different types of games. Like, you know, hell, even take one of the most popular games there is, League of Legends. How the hell do you review League of Legends? How the hell do you review Dota as a game? How do you review Warframe or Path of Exile? It's... I'm gonna go wide. I'm not swinging. I'm gonna get the biggest March of the Multitudes that I can because I love it. Yeah, I mean, like, if anyone was like, "What's Warframe's reviews?" I'd be like, "I don't know, I have no idea." All right, so we're up against something that I don't recognize at all. Yeah, one of these, bring in one of these, why not? I don't know, there's just so many, like, different ways to slice what's good and bad about a game. Like, I almost... Sorry, Sheriff, I gotta clean up after you, you little cardboard muncher. I almost want something to be like, if you liked these, you will find this game to be a 7 out of 10. If you liked these, you'll find this game to be a 1 out of 10. Awful Brain says, do you feel different about movies? No, I feel the same thing about, like, most media. Is that I do feel like there is inarguably movies that are objectively better than other movies. Like, inarguably. And when I say this, what I mean is, like, if you take 1 million people who are interested in this type of media, like, say, like, zombie movies. You have a whole bunch of zombie movie lovers, and you give them a bunch of zombie movies, you will have ones that on average get higher rated, on average get worse rated. You can start to zoom in and look at those movies and see things like, oh yeah, this one has a lot of just relatively bland, uninteresting plot elements. This one is like super well shot, has better sequencing of events, and so on, so on, so on. I think that there's a level of, especially in the American education system, where it's like, all art is subjective. And it's like, no. Like, there's a lot that is objective as fuck. What even is my opponent, huh? I'm gonna Once Upon a Time it. But I mean, the idea that, like, okay, let's take the well-done movies across different genres, you know, like, which is a better movie of this amazing science fiction movie versus this amazing adventure movie? You know, there does come a point where the quality is not the important differentiator. Because, again, quality and the goodness of the particular media, in a lot of circumstances, can be pretty damn objective in terms of the quality. But it doesn't discount the fact that there are taste components to it. I just like, I as a person, I really like romance media, man. I really like romance. I think romance is great. Giant killers get cut. Probably the Venerated Loxodon. I love romance. If you don't like romance that much, you're just not gonna like movie X, Y, or Z, you know. I have a lot of Faerie Guidemothers here, man. So I don't know. There's a real weirdness when it comes to game reviews, because like movies are, there's a really symmetric experience to sitting down and watching movies.
Your life's about to end. Hope you're ready.
I don't know what I do here. Like, movies are by and large, you sit down and you watch a thing for some fixed period of time. Alright. But if you have something like a game, there's like roguelites are meant to be replayed lots and lots of times. Then you're improving it. A story-based game like The Last of Us is supposed to be played linearly all the way through, and you're supposed to be able to beat it. It's not supposed to be a game that you get stuck on and you can't advance. Multiplayer games are supposed to be played for hundreds of hours, and you're supposed to really need to challenge yourself to improve. Like, these are all... Like, they almost have nothing to do with each other than the fact that they're interactive experiences, you know? So I Faerie Guidemother, fly the Venerated over to the little 1/1. Maybe I fly a Lifelonker. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Maybe I don't do any flippy flappy flying at all. Or there's a strong disagree on you're supposed to be able to beat The Last of Us. That game was hard AF. Yeah, it's hard, but it's still supposed to be able to be beaten. It's not like, oh yeah, we built The Last of Us, so that way only 5% of the audience would ever be able to beat it. You know, even Dark Souls, that people love to talk about it being a hard game. In many ways, yeah, it's... You'll feel a challenge when you play it. But... Dark Souls has been beaten by millions of people. Like... Peace. Alright, we gotta find land here. Or something unbelievable. That's pretty unbelievable, ain't it? Something's broken in my brain. I feel like this should have been an Edgewall Innkeeper. Okay, very well. What are you gonna do? This one. Boy, I'm really struggling with my basic counting lately. I just messed this up quite badly. How's the deck working? It's okay. I do feel like these sack type decks are just super strong. Super duper strong. No blocks. Good, in theory, double block here. Peace. I think this is a situation where going wide is actually very good. This is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, -3. Hey, Despy. Your sister's in the box. It's taken. I know, I'm sad about it too. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So if I do like this, yeah, that seems pretty good. Seems to be going okay. The sideboarding plan I still really don't understand. I'm not quite finishing my point because I'm a tired boy. But basically, I just kind of broadly feel like there's so many different types of movies. Fuck. There's so many different types of games. Regular old-fashioned reviews feel a little... I can see situations where they don't apply. Like, anytime there's a game that has, like, 500 plus hours of gameplay, I tend to discount reviews on it. Once upon a time was helpful again. I don't really have a point for all this. I don't know, I mean, I just say stuff sometimes. Because I see white-blue, I'm 1000% going to play the Edgewall Innkeeper and essentially guarantee that there's no way to be snickety-snatched. I have to use the restroom. It's going to make for a tricky match, huh? Day 9 shooting from the hip, that's right. It's your pal Sean with a pile of malformed opinions. But I'm going to state him with as much conviction as the next guy, because, damn it, I've got a stream. Bing bong. Slayers with a Z. Could be. Please on realm. Snagged. The auto tracker is like, I know exactly what to tap now. Slayers, super duper highly, very likely, has a way to sweep this stuff, so we're not going to play Trostani Discordant. Hey, Shiva Rahman, 09. Alright. So here's what we expect. We expect Slayers to Chemister's Insight, and then on the following turn, we expect Slayers to Time Wipe. At which point we will Castle Ardenvale, and then play Trostani Discordant. Drewby Murphy. Happy 3 years, Drewby Murphy. It's good to see you, man. Trinidad says, I'm sure you remember answering this before, but which color or set of colors in Magic do you identify the most with? Green is probably my number one. It formerly was the artist known. As that sweet, sweet mono black. But I like Golgari. I like a little Golgari mixture. I like green. Green!
One bite, and all your cares are gone.
And so this is gonna, we're gonna deal some real pain here. So here's the thing. This could be a Brazen Borrower. If it's a Brazen Borrower, this gets bounced 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not enough to kill. I think I'm still gonna go kill this guy. And just Ardenvale it up next turn.
Wallow in your deceit.
It's possible we could have won if we played Trostani Discordant, but I want to go for this slightly more high value play. Okay. So now I can go for the win. Now I can. Because if Slayers with a Z is in a position where Slayers with a Z can only pop a life guy. If Hello. Alright, well, that's good. This guy.
Blind, remain blind.
Alright. The blind remain blind. Feels good. Okay. So, how do I sideboard against this? Do I Questing Beast? Because of the Planeswalkers? Do we think that the board's going to get clogged up? I feel like it's base white-blue. I'm going to work under that assumption until I see a reason not to work under that assumption. Yeah, I feel like this is what I want to go for. What the fuck? What? Oh, okay. Thought I put them both in. Thought I put them both in. I was real confused. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what my opponent is. Maybe I should be putting in the Knights of Autumn. Maybe cut 2 of the Once Upon a Times, put in Knights of Autumn. That's a good looking one. Goodbye to the Forêt. Here. My opponent's base, not white-blue. That's going to hurt me a little bit, putting in a bunch of Veils of Summer under the assumption that there's counterspells. Alright. We cannot hold. What is it going to be, Slayers? Putting this in because I just feel like there's going to be a time wipe, you know. Putting this pupper down right away. Just go straight to the graveyard, which is like a huge power swing. Be right back. There's an Oko. There's no way we can win. Easy peasy. Oh my god, Croaky's just rated with a party of 653. Hello everyone from Croaky's channel. Welcome to Rock Bottom. I was watching Croaky's play earlier today with a blue-white counter-spell deck. And I was like, ooh! Yeah. Shoulda put in all the goodies. Shoulda put in them knights. I think the Veils might work. I mean, I'm gonna march the multitudes. If we can bank a land and play Tristani, I mean that's pretty insane. We do have to be a little careful. The -5 exchange control of artifact or creature control with the other one could be a little tough. Unbreakable Formation maybe looks a little bit healthier here. Actually, it doesn't matter if that happens. If my opponent switches control, this just comes right back. So that's great. Oh shit, I just blew the march. Ah! Ah! I'm not paying attention, man. I'm just gonna concede this game. We're just gonna concede out of shame. We're just getting out of here, man. Alright, so there's some sideboarding choices I'm not as big a fan of. I can actually get these out of here. I can bring these into here. I think that is what I want to do. Unbreakable Formation is now not as good, because I assume that there was that white-blue base. This is good with all the planeswalkers around. I don't think we want 3 of these. Maybe a pair of these is okay. No, I think that none of these. We probably want to just get all of them out. Okay. Waffle Brains, does anyone know what the theme for the next What the Deck is? Yes. The next theme is going to be the end step. Come on. Yeah, alright. Is going to be the end step versus the upkeep step. Make a deck built around the upkeep step, or a deck built around the end step. It's one of the two. Keep it. Dump it. Pass it. I'm gonna go get water. I'm thirsty. I'm a thirsty boy. I love scaring all y'all. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and get the green. In case we draw like some sort of green 1-drop that we want to play next turn. Alright, nice. What happened to my legs? Yeah, I got the green shorts on today. Alright. It's a very bland opening. You're a good cat, Share Bear. You're a very, very good cat. Everything you do is perfect.
I am not going to sit this way.
Great. Ooh.
I walk a righteous path. Prepare for
I walk a righteous path.
I surrender.
I really want to Conclave Tribunal this thing. That is, however, a bad idea. Probably gonna get one of our babies bounced. That's alright. Okay. That's fine. Is there a plus in my future? Is there a plus in my future?
I've got it.
It's actually good for us. It's actually very good for us. Wow.
Gods bless us in our righteous cause. I believe in you.
That was a very good
No
turn.
more games.
That was a very good turn. Whoa!
Let's try this.
That was a really bad turn. Oh, that was a rough one in my life.
My light.
Alright, so there was. So it turns out there was.
Curse the darkness.
Yeah, Questing Beast is a good one. Turns out there was some time wipe in there, so. Wapsie doopsies. That was like a 1 billion for one, huh?
Sorry I'm late.
Well, this sucks.
I've got it.
It's getting bounced.
My strength gave out.
This is getting removed. If I get a land, I can do everything I want to do too, which is nice. Cool. Bam. Alright, miscounted my land again. Perfect. Perfect. Probably cut March of the Multitudes versus any aggressive deck, huh? I'm going big. I'm going huge. Cannot be stopped. I'm going incredibly large. And put that stop there, no problem. Adzorg says, happy Monday, my dude. Man, Monday's going okay. Monday's going okay. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 5. Dang, bang, boom. You got it. I may not play those cards, everyone. Is someone running counter spells in their Bant Ramp deck? What? Hey, what's good card draw that I can get in Naya? Good, solid, reliable card draw. What's good, solid, reliable card draw? Ooh, baby. That's the one you got scared of. Shit. Is it? Is it really? Is it really those ones? Is it really Dawn of Hope? I think of just some sort of consistent, solid card that draws stuff. Alright, I don't know what's going on here, but I'm going to attack. Because, I mean, like, if you're blue, you just have a lot of choices of stuff. I'm going to wait a turn in case Slayers has time wipe. Great Henge. Maybe Great Henge is just the most reliable one. Doesn't need to necessarily draw a ton, but I just mean like some solid draw-y things. Like, for instance, the Palaka Worm was great card draw. Great. It just replaced itself. That's all it did. I did it. I'm the best player here. I mean, yeah, I mean, Thrill of Possibility is okay. Moving on up in the world. Wow! I check out BlizzCon at all. I watched the opening ceremony and watched every single game of WCS. I literally sat down and watched WCS for like 11 hours. That's not good enough. Ooh, this one sucks. I did not like the finals. I thought the finals were just like the worst match of them all. Well, they weren't horrible, to be fair, but they were definitely the worst. What is this horse? Now, I know there's been some Teamer lurking around. I don't think I know the Teamer deck very well at all. I think it's just like a... It's just another Gatling Gun Teamer deck. The main deck's 3 Mystical Disputes. Oh, that's so good. Oh, this deck is incredible. How's Power Hot going, man? It's terrible. Horrible. It's awful. Beast Whisperer for draw. I'm going to say yes, but I mean, it's one of those things that's a kind of combo. Here comes a quench. Oh, you know, potato, potato. It's fine. Yeah, I see what's going on here, you butthead. This might get cut. Maybe I should hold on to this due to the existence of our good friend. Wahoo! Wasting my own time. Great. Okay. Ain't no lie. Baby, bye, bye, bye. This deck does seem particularly tight. Holding on to the edge wall. Get out of here. It's a good play from your pal Sean. Weehaw. Gross. How many counters does this pupper run, huh? Oh, yeah, this is gonna feel good. Giant Killer. Heart Thriller. Don't give a damn, not saving nothing for nobody. Well, that's a good one to have. Yeah, Namat says, Dana, do you buy Christmas presents for Sheriff and Despy? I want to buy something special for my own kitty. Oh, yeah, man. Extra special, super tasty treats. Sometimes we have some very nice salmon, some tasty turkey, lots of catnip for Des. Absolute catnip city for that kitty. Let's see. I want there's a bunch of lava coils and fries and shit. Veil Summer is black or blue, so it doesn't. I mean, that's gonna help against like Aether Gust and. It's probably gonna be a lot of. What the fuck do we put in here? This dies to everything. These guys definitely come in. These puppers definitely get in there. I'm gonna try my habit of cutting a pair of these. They got fries, which are only good versus white or blue, so probably some of those. This card is amazing as a one of. want these to be able to get rid of the reclamations. These are very good against our good friend Niv. I think these are the ones that I'm going to cut and put in these puppers. I'm still more or less going to be aggressive. Venerated Loxodons feel maybe like a reasonable cut. Something like this. I don't know about keeping the... I like Unbreakable Formation for the situations that are its namesake, right? I can't break through this fixed position. And therefore, I want something that can break this Unbreakable Formation. I don't really like it as much if my opponent has, like, sweepers, like Flame Sweeper, Time Wipe, and stuff like that. I try to be very careful about preserving them there. I don't want to do anything right now, because if I play this, Petrol has a ton of removal in the sideboard. There's going to be like lava coils and shocks and all sorts of other things. So if I do something like this, then I can play this Edgewall Innkeeper and then immediately Faerie Guidemother it to get the draw going. What did I tell you? Alright. So far, so good. I get Flame Swept right here. It's fine. Alright. It's time for me to intrude Flaxenly. Very well. Something's actually just genuinely wrong with this auto-tapper. See what I mean? I mean, this is incidentally what I want to do, because my opponent plays a Flame Sweep, it kills all the 1/1s. And then my Lovestruck Beast can't attack anymore. It's sad. Gonna end a turn march. The auto-tapper does seem to have a ton of issues with adventures. Wow, it's a lot of drawing. Got a lot of drawing going on from Petrol. I should just actually end of turn Castle Ardenvale if I'm really wanting to go down this path. Alright, so still not getting any Niv Mizzets, which is good. It's good, it's what we want to see. Can't deny that Wilderness Reclamation is doing a lot of good work for our friend. Bam. Look at me. Army of 1/1s. Flame Sweep. Really? Day 9. Too timid? Find out tonight. Just running this guy out, man. I wish to grow. Gonna let me do it? So we're playing around a pretty good amount of things, which is good. Which is grand. A lot of drawing happening. A whole lot of drawing. Maybe March of the Multitudes is actually a bit ambitious in this matchup. What do you want, phone? Alright, he's just doing stuff. I'm just gonna, like, respond to texts. Like, I don't care. What do you want, man? 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Oh, there's your 19. There's your 20. Alright, cool. We're doing it. We're winning games. Marking W's on our way to platinum. We're having a very good time in best of threes, but we haven't really played against a lot of Oko decks, so seems fine. Thanks for the deck, MegaMogwai. It's helping us win. Dude, I love lemon seltzer water. This is the best weight loss in the entire world, is water that's bubbly. For whatever reason, my body thinks that I'm doing something way more interesting than I'm doing. Hey, what up, Boots? Yeah, looks good. Looks real good, actually. Looks like perfect, even. Alright, let's see what we draw. I will now, once upon a time, for nothing. I would want this white land, huh? Surprise, it shan't be used. Ha ha ha! You fool! Yeah, I love seltzer water, man. Seltzer water is the best. Never once upon a time until you've drawn. Oh, crap. Nightpack Ambusher. Well, shit. Yeah, I got one of these bad boys. Oh, I see. Spectral Sailor. That makes sense. That makes sense. Of course, of course, of course, of course. No. Oh. Oh. Here I go. I forgot this card existed. Alright, I messed up. It's alright. It happens. It is actually cold in this back room, man. Cats are cold. Turn on the heater. It's gonna be nice. We all love the heater, man. We're all about that heater. Ta-da! Don't you dare think about it, Rex Dart. I feel pretty safe. I feel pretty safe. Alright, so I'm going to be taking out the Flaxen Pals. I think Venerated Loxodon's got to take a trip to get the hell out of their town. Veils come in. Those are going to be entering. For sure. Oh, for sure. For sure is way too California, man. Oh, for sure. Are you going to do that? For sure. Dude. Shit, turn that off, please. Ugh, cut the doggy down. Oh. For show is better. Oh no, for show. For show is not California is absolutely for sure. Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure. I would love to do that. You're not going to see a lot of like 40-year-old white moms being like, for show. No, they're for sureing in California for sure. Oh, for sure. It's almost like an Ferserr. For sure. Oh, for sure. Ermagerd. For sure. Oh, shit. Is there another dog that's gonna come on down, man? This is terrible. You know what? I'm going in. Here I come. Oh, you're not saying it's more Californian. You're saying it's better. That is a fair point, Genome, the Plague Doctor. For sure is. I think it's occasionally good. Nothing fundamentally wrong with it. Boop. Counterspell. Really? Oh, great. Oh, for sure. Pipquack says, taco time. I would love tacos for dinner. Tacos do sound great. But instead, what I'm going to do... Instead... actually, how do I even want to try to win this game, huh? Do I think there's counters that are coming up? I'm going to say no. What do we think of this, huh? What do you think of this? 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 Okay, that's fine. Not going to attack. Alright, Brine Burn. Ermagerd Brine Burn. Yeah, I'm gonna be having that salmon, that slamming salmon din. Just gonna tap this guy forever. Will now commence the Great Bonkening. Cool. Absolutely going to be doing this. 1000%. Absolutely. Probably March of the Multitudes is not good here. Oh my god, little old me. I'm gonna get rid of that one. The one drop. The one drop's the one that we don't want to come down, really? The one drop. Okay. Very well. Very dang well. Rex Dark can start swinging, but we got some pretty damaging maneuvers coming up soon. Trustani Discordant's a little awkward because Lovestruck Beast is a little unable to attack friend of ours. Oh, there's not enough mana for Quench. What am I doing? What am I talking about? Yeah, draw that card. Draw it. Do it. This guy can stay back and block, and that's fine. Just gonna tap that. Yeah, great. Great! Great! Alright. So what is not useful here? Unbreakable Formation is not useful here. Veil of Summer is super useful here. Is Questing Beast that useful? Not really. I don't think we need to change terrifically much. Big one is the Veil. Pipquack says, do people in Oakland call burritos tacos? What? What? Who calls a burrito a taco? What? That's in... Okay, that's just like... That's just a bunch of wrong people making mistakes. That's what that is, man. Go ahead and keep these 7. This is pretty good looking 7. Australians call burritos tacos? I just don't think I've ever heard of that, ever. Let's get an Edgewall Innkeeper, man. Yeah, why not? I mean, that's just like strictly incorrect. Like that just doesn't make sense. I mean, that's just wrong. It is wrong. Now this looks ridiculous, but freaking Rec start. Also, I want to have something on the board. I want to have something, you know. This gives an opportunity for Rec starts to attempt to counter as well, and for it to fail. That is why you fail. A hot dog is 100% a sandwich, says Ang. I feel like you have to concede that it's a sandwich. I don't feel like there's any way that anyone looks at a hot dog and it's like, no sandwich here, man. Well, it's a sandwich, right? Sandwich. Flip-flops or thongs. You know, I can get behind it. Oh, you know you want to try to counter this. You know you want to just Sinister Sabotage it. You know you want to do it so bad, Rexstar. Oh. See you later, alligator. Mystical Dispute? Wait, that's only on blue spells. Spell Pierce is out. We did it. Bam. Bam, bam. Bam, boom, pow, bong. Absolutely nothing. So I think we gotta let some of this pain through. Here's what we're going to do. If the dog comes down, we giant killer it. If the dog doesn't come down, we just use the giant killer to tap the Brineborn at the start of the next turn. Perfect! Excellent. Excellent. Heck yeah. I don't think that my opponent has it, so I'm just gonna start playing the little guys. Oh yeah. I'm going for a big play this turn. I'm doing this. I'm getting this guy out. I also gotta restart. I gotta restart this thing in a sec. You've done it. You've hurt me. You've wounded me. All wounded up. don't think I need to choose an attacker. I'm not going to do that. You know, the Flaxen Intruder I maybe could have cut, but I kind of like the ability to have a 1-drop. I love having this little cat next to me all day. It's so great. You know what I'm going to do tonight? Man, I have not been in the best mood for 2019. You know what I'm going to do? I am straight up, man. I am straight up just gonna pick all the clothes that are in all the drawers and toss away anything that I am no longer in the mood for. I am just gonna chuck all of it out. I'm gonna just get organized tonight. That's what I'm gonna do. It's gonna make me feel like a better boy. Alright, if a dog does get cast, I will... do this and this and this and this, yeah. Zone Hack with the 5 gifties. Thanks, Zone Hack. Is it because I said I'm in a bad mood? I'm just gonna fill up just with stuff, and I'm just gonna throw stuff out. I'm gonna purge. We're gonna begin the great purging. I think I may have accidentally brought on an anger dog, but that's fine. As long as I can tap baby dog. I don't think there's an anger dog coming down. A wolf-born 3/3 summoner. Zone Hack says, I just want to support my favorite streamer. Oh, thanks. Oh, shit. Well, farts. This one. Resolve. Alright, what's it gonna be? RD. Ardardy. Pipquack says, chat day 9, how do I stop spending all my money eating out? Let me tell you. Just come up with 2 meals and only cook those 2. For a little bit, until you're ready to introduce meal 3. Just one meal that you really like. It's the only way I've ever been able to do it. Break that habit. Okay. What do we do? Go ahead and tap that. I gotta hurry this game up or I'm dead, huh? Swinging with these guys even good? I'll trade like this. Yeah, this is probably fine. I know throwing the Edgewall Innkeeper is just like, no, but the value, day 9. But I think it's just so much more important to just start hurting Rexstart. I don't think we have that many turns left. Okay, let's decline this one. Alright, a Beborn cut. Alright, and then, you gonna buff it all? What else? Alright, I guess that's just that. Is this death for me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice. Feels good to me. Any tips against Simic Flash? I mean, honestly, I don't think Simic Flash is actually super strong. Just the existence of Veil. I mean, I guess this is going to be okay. The existence of Veil and the ability to just go under. Anger Ceratops is pretty slick, sick. Though it doesn't show it, if you put a stop and then die, it keeps the stop onto the next turn. That is an incredibly good draw. Woohoo! It is indeed rather demoralizing to play against. But I feel like this is part of the reason why the entire meta is just, like, weighted towards green. Spectral Sailor. No, Once Upon a Time. Don't do it then, next start. Wait till your draw step. See what you draw. Then Once Upon a Time in response to that. I think. I've been saying that enough. But a lot of people just keep doing Once Upon a Time at end step. And I'm starting to feel like maybe I'm a dum-dum. Maybe I'm a dum-dum head. Alright, so I think that the correct play I think this is the correct play. I mean, it could technically get quenched, but I think that would you board those out or not? Yeah, no, I think that like a higher percentage of the time it's going to be Brineborn Cutthroats and Wolfpack Anger Boys. So I'm going to do this because if there's two spells, Brineborn Cutthroat can then get picked off by a giant killer. Space Law 1589, how do you deal with stress that just keeps piling up and it feels like you're drowning? That's a great question, man. That's a great one. That's a tough one as well. Here I am. I think drowning is an option that I like to look for quite a bit. Just up and fucking drown, I think is a tactic you might want to consider there. An additional one is for me, how do I recharge? Stepping away from everything. I've kind of 2019 has felt like a year where a lot of stress is piling on. And I have not quite had an opportunity to just, like, step away. Which feels a little weird, too. Especially given that, like, I'm not unhappy about the reasons I can't step away. I'm gonna go host the Mythic Championship. That's gonna be pretty damn fun. I'm looking forward to talking about Magic, hanging out with people I like. What an angry dog. Boom. Doing shows is pretty fun. I like doing shows and hanging out with you fine people. I like all the work stuff that I'm doing. But, you know, streaming is not exactly low-intensity business. I mean, I guess I just swing with everything. Maybe just these two. Hosting and being live and on camera is not exactly like low intensity. And I just need some low intensity. That is my historical technique for just getting to decompress and unwind. We have just too many options. So we're just going to pass and tap. I don't want this guy because I can pretty much just play him out no matter what. So you swing with these two guys first. If I play the Edgewall... Okay, so this has got trade. Okay. I think I should just tap it now. And I can go Edgewall, Faerie Guidemother. And that's pretty good. Alright. Land would also be really nice. Okay. Just getting the win is the nicest of all. Alright. Man, we have just been doing like nothing but winning with this thing. This is great. It's felt good. It's felt good. That's part of the reason why I can't wait for winter break. There's just been that constant hum of stress this year. I just wanna sit still. This is okay. I'm gonna hang on to it because we have some plays. A lot of our, like 8 of our draws are 1 mana white creatures that proc on this pupper. Okay. Here's one of them. Go team. Land would be quite nice here. Land would be rather nice here. But, alas. Alright, play this one first. Hello. Totally fine. This is the white counter all your shit deck. Holy crap, we are whiffing so hard now. So it has time wipes. And that's about the only way to deal with all of our stiff. This is a sufficiently large threat that disallowed might just counter. If not, this looks a good bit like a time wipe next turn. This no longer looks like a time wipe. This actually looks a little bit like disallowed desperation. Like, this lad has all the mana necessary. Why Brazen Borrow? Couldn't tell you. Get me a land. Just gonna keep playing these little peckers. Is this speed magic? Oh. Neonama, we are playing a real snappy game of Magic. Alright. Counterspell! I more expect like Sinister, or not Sinister Sabotage, Chemist's Insight here. Okay, that's fine. I also truly, duly forgotsies that I needed to restart my client. I messed up. Well, deck runs 3 Dovin's Vetoes. Let's hope there's some of those in the hand. We got the 2 Absorbs out. Boom. Got it. Heading in. Bam. Nice. Whew. Found ya. Myers who? This is day 9. First time getting to see you live since I'm normally based in the UK. Love your YouTube, your wholesome and positive attitude, and your humble life advice. Keep it up. You are certainly a nice positive in my life. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that. We're feeling a little grumpy lately. 2019 is just a wash. We're just moving past it. 2020 is where it's at. In the meantime, the support is always much appreciated along the way. Gee, I wonder if our friend has a counter. Wish, wish. Mush, mush. I love Gadwick, the Wizened. No, don't do it. Oh. Ugh. Get thee gone. Gaining some life? Hell yeah. Man says every New Year's Eve when the clock strikes 12, my wife and I go outside and say, well, 2019, you're gone and we're still here. I like that. Did anyone have a good 2019? Maybe I'm unfairly ragging on the year. Did anyone have a new set of awesomeness things happening to them? Did anybody? So you did? Well, that's great. Oh. You bastard. Pip Quack says I got a boyfriend. That's good. That's pretty fun. A magical cow says I got engaged. That's great. Strong Terrence is taking my first vacation in 3 years to ring in the new year. Hype, hype, hype. Fuck 2019. Yeah, these are my people. Beep Beep I'm a Robot says, yeah, I did. It was fine. Fair enough. What up, Kubek? Gotta be careful with those prison realms. Dun, 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 dun. Ooh, it's a dangerous prison realm. TPO3. Hey, thanks for the 5, TPO3. Good old 3 TPO. It seems unlikely that this is going to get through. Alright. These guys are probably going to go. Dude, Genome the Plague Doctor says 2019 marks the year I finally get to... Oh, by the way, I'm closing the client. It's actually just falling apart on me. Reopening. Plague Doctor says 2019 marks the year I finally get to be with the woman I've been in love with for the past 11 years. Dude, how does that even work? Oh my god. Like, that doesn't happen to people. You were in love with a woman for 11 years?
Let's slow this down. No, I am not making this up as I go.
Damn, like that's... What's her angle? Oh, I got the castle. There might be some story time. Did she know? Did she know? Okay. Well, you know, if I draw another Tristani or another way to get rid of this, we can get that back, but I'm just not that interested in this particular game. March of the Multitude seems a little bit tricky. Oh, Genome, that's such a less exciting story. It was just complicated for a long time. Well, dude, congrats. That must feel good. That must actually feel insane. I can't imagine what that feels like. Oh, Sheriff. I've been in love with you for 5 years. Because you're my perfect little kitten. Yeah, you're all warm in the box. You know, I'm going to turn the heater on for you. I don't need the heater, but you like the heater. And I like you, baby cat. Oh, what a good cat you are. Let's get the heat turned on. Yeah. Yeah, ooh, it's going to get toasty up in here. Alright, we need another green out there? No problem. Edgewall Innkeeper. Lovestruck Beast. Let's go. Hey, you hear that? That's the heater. That's the heater. You can go cook over there. I know you're pretty comfy right now. You are just ready to purr all the time. This is incredible. We put in some answers to that. Kept those Flaxen Intruders. This is actually enough. Like we can just win with all this stuff. Especially next turn we go like Plains Lovestruck Beast. Brazen Borrower. Excellent. Alright, what's next? Perfect. Looks good to me. Oh my god, CJ Biggs 21. Guys, here's a story for 2019. Dan, and I've been watching on YouTube for 5 years. This is my first time watching live. Since I've been watching you, I've gone to college, was the first person in my family to graduate, started my career in product design, and my 2019 has been awesome. I went to Europe for the first time and got engaged to my best friend of 14 years. We grew up 4 houses down from each other and fell in love after high school. Oh, thanks for being a constant source of stress relief through my life. Damn, that right there. That is a story of a lovely lady. Dang, that was a great 2019. I'm sitting here crapping on 2019. You're like, no. 2019 is theabsolutebomb.com. Alright, so we do need a green land, huh? I've done it. I'm just gonna shock the damage. Not that torn up about it. Radium was like, man, this chat's all about people getting married, and I'm like, well, I've done nothing with my life so far. You know, I wouldn't put any pressure on yourself about the marriage thing. I was born, well, I wasn't born in Kansas, but I sure was raised in Kansas. And in Kansas, man, counterspell. Kansas, everyone's just like, when are you getting married? You've known her for 6 months. You should get a ring on that. I mean, what's the big deal? You love her, don't you? I mean, it's crazy. There's like crazy pressure to just like up and wed and wife everything. And I don't actually, it doesn't feel like that's a good idea. I'm the best, I guess. Marco says, Kansas populated entirely by Catholic parents. Every type of Christian religion. Catholic, Protestant, evangelical. Something happened with that, but that's fine. Alright, the client is having a hard time. I'm going to close it. I'm going to open it again. We're going to see what's going to happen. Lupercal with the 5,000 bits. Damn, Lupercal. 5,000. So this year's been a big one. Lots of ups and downs. Graduated from undergrad. Spent 6 months unemployed. Recently landed a job at a game studio. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Hard work has finally paid off, and it's been so great. Starting to hear things been in the dumps. It is all good, man. It's the problem of the year, I think. Hard work's finally paid off, and it's been so great. Sorry to hear things been dumps. I'd like to hit you with your own quote. Something I remember when stuff is rough. There's no such thing as bad stuff. Just good stuff and good stories. Hope your good stories turn into good stuff soon. I like that attitude. I should listen to my own advice, huh? It's easier to be a little bit of a frumper grumper. Yeah, your sister's in the box. Let's be nice to your sister. Hey, relax. It's okay. Do you want to get in the box? Are you going to the heater? Oh, Desp, you going to be a cooking mama? Wow. All right. Given that I have no knowledge, I think it's still correct to play this guy. Oh, that's good. This. Dang. It's only if there's a 1/1, right? Nice. I mean, I think this is the best play. Swinging with both of these. If Paradise Druid wants to trade away, that's pretty fine. But yeah, Radium, I wouldn't feel any excess pressure about being an unmarried person. Wait, insanely, ridiculously, unfairly too much pressure about, you're not married? What does it mean? I feel like the idea of get married in your early 20s came at a time when there was not a lot to do. I can deal with that. No blocks. Get thee gone. I felt like it's about survival back then, man. Like, you have to get married, make some children, because who else is gonna tend to the farm? I mean, you played Banished in real life back then. You just needed the number of kids to go up. Thank God the 6-year-old can work again. We've been needing that. Radium says, less about not being married, more of never having been in a relationship whatsoever, because I have zero self-confidence when it comes to that sort of thing, and I'm not the most attractive person. Oh, Radium, I think you're beautiful, my friend. Absolutely. You know what? When I look at you, you're a little nervous. I'm not going to tell a lie. I'm like, whew, it's a Radium. Oh, my God. Woo, a Radium. It's those damn eyes, Irradium. This is an interesting block. Or, excuse me, a setup. Okay, so that gets sacrificed. Yeah, the whole self-confidence around dating thing is always difficult. Always difficult. I find that really, if you have interests that you're focused on, that you're growing on, and there's situations in which you can meet people, primarily around the activities you're interested in. Like, I know a lot of board game buddies just, like, go to Gen Con, walk up to people, play some games, meet folks.
How rude!
How rude! Yeah, you can tap this now, but you lose all the mana. Hi. You got your box back from your sister who's cooking over there. Yeah. Oh, you love sitting right in front of the heat and vent. Oh, this is horrible.
Who's more foolish? The fool, or the fool who rules them?
Radim says, I don't really think I have something like that, to be honest. I'm a pretty damn insular person in general. I really relate to that, let me tell you. Because, I mean, I sort of accidentally wound up meeting a lot of people just by virtue of the fact that I was sitting alone at home yelling at a webcam, and people were like, do you want to come work at our events? I was, oh, jeez, oh, man. Oh, whoops. Alright, well, I messed up. I mean, that's great. Super glad I got the chance to do that and meet those people, but I mean, it's super easy to just kind of, like, not do any meeting of anyone with my sort of life. Actually, I probably don't socialize enough. I'm pretty content to just sit at home. And so I find that I kind of have to make myself just do more things like that. You want to sack him, huh? Iridium says, I mean, to some extent, I would consider this to be socializing. You're talking to people just in an unconventional way. I would agree with that. Like, I personally feel enough social satisfaction from that. But in terms of just, like, literally getting opportunities to meet people, I'm one of the very lucky streamers in that I do have events that I wind up going to, where I do wind up meeting people. Like, school was the way you met people to potentially date. People had common interests because you're, like, taking the same sort of classes, things like that.
Rise, my elemental friend.
And the Oko pluses it. Alright, 1, 2, 5. Let me go turn on the oven. Alright, all 5 of you block this. Is that the play? If I just had just one block, like this, I think I like that more. I like this a bit more, yeah. Green pants, all the way. Hi, Despy girl. I love you. Man, she looks so suspicious of me. Hamthrust says, oh my god, it's today Monday. Hamthrust, I hope you're in a position where you are not working, living it up, relaxing, and you get the opportunity to ask, yeah, what day is it? It's one of the best times in my life are when I go, what day is it? Cross is day 9, obviously. Ah, man. I want to build something really stupid tomorrow. A stupid deck construction sounds like a lot of fun. What is going on? Can you imagine if I just get Tristani Discord in here? Wouldn't that be just amazing? Do 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 do.
It's not poison. Trust me.
Alright, I'm just moving on to the next game. Unbreakable Formation is going to be really good in this matchup. Questing Beast is as well. Is Giant Killer going to be that good? Probably not. Flaxen Intruder? Probably not. Maybe this would be pretty good. I think Emmara is a little useless here. Do my usual peeling away of 2 of these. What do I think about this, huh? What do we think about this? We need to have enough 1-drops so we feel pretty good. Devout Decree is black and red. Does this deck not run Noxious Grasps in the main? Wouldn't surprise me if just running... I'm a Selesnya deck splashing for 4 Noxious Grasps main deck. Veil of Summer wreck Oko's. It's not very good, because it doesn't wreck Oko. Oko's on the board. First thing the player does, Oko's something. If I Veil of Summer only lets me draw in the circumstance... Veil of Summer only lets me draw in the circumstance where I have... my opponent has cast a spell. This is part of the reason why Sultai is so good right now. You get blue-green for Oko, and you get black for Noxious Grasp to kill Okos. Alright. If I win this, I'm going to go up to Platinum, which would be a really nice day. I feel like we've been losing more than we have. We've actually just been winning, like, a shitload, so, you know, what are you going to do? Faerie Guidemother is extremely, extremely good here. Because if he on Saldo plays a scary bad guy, any Planeswalker, I can just let my Lovestruck Beast fly on over. Questing Beast is a little bit of an issue, but, you know, it's not the worst. No blocks. The beatdowns are doing well. GG Carnage says, have you ever worked a day where a large part of your day is commuting? If so, how did you make good use of the limited time you have after a long day without exhausting yourself mentally? For me, I would do a lot of phone conversations in my ride to and from the works. That was really nice. I really enjoyed that. Even though it was like 45 minutes. Still felt pretty dang good. I think I swing into the face here.
Be wary of the ground you walk on.
I think I swing into the face. And I say no blocks to go to 9. Kind of want to do this. I think this is probably... I'm just going to go for this, man. For any confused citizens, the Lovestruck Beast can't attack. And in a lot of ways, I almost liked the commute because it was like... Wake up, get in the car, go to work, call someone. Do work. Get in the car to come home, call someone. Get home, and then I already feel like I've done my socialization. The fact that it was like very exact amounts of time in the car kind of meant like, hey, well, I'm at work, hey, take it easy. It was like really easy. Like, hey, well, I'm at home, I'm going to go in there and make dinner. Very nice, clean delineations. I almost like that more. Down to 4. Alright, so that's looking a little bit like
Behold, nature's true power.
Hydroid Crisis. You know, here's the thing that really kills me about commutes. If I'm in traffic. Let's say I lived in LA and I had to drive 2 miles and it just took 45 minutes. I'd really hate that. But I have to drive like 25 miles. And there's just not terribly much traffic. I'm actually okay with that again. So I think I'm fucking dead. That's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 minus 3 is 9. I can, like, infinity block or something. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 minus 3 is 9. Nice. Rain V3 says, I live in a state where I can drive to the store and not be stopped by anything other than the stop lights. Yes, that's what Kansas was like, man. In Kansas, there were no lights. Madden says, Omaha's a great city to live in. All the convenience of a big city with none of the headache. I've heard that, too. There's a lot of cities in the Midwest like that. I mean, do I actually have enough to just go, like, stupid wide? That's actually good. That's less things.
Walk with me, sing with me. I will enlighten you.
Okay.
One bite, and all your cares are gone.
Who's getting faulted? I actually think it's possible that we just win here. March of the Multitudes is great in a clogged board meta. Summon all your little boys. LA's great. Milwaukee's really nice. Lincoln. Kansas City is actually pretty damn great. I got my little gray buddy. Hi, Despy. Yeah.
The land fights for us.
So there's 5 blockers, and I have 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 swingers. I don't think that Hydroid Crisis is going to do it. Kansas City is my dream city to live in. Pit-Boy HS, it's nice. Alright. It's kind of weird. I really did not like growing up in Kansas City. Just due to, like, the people in my high school and shit. But, like, if I and a bunch of my friends, like, moved to Kansas City, oh, we would have a great time living out there, man. Shaz says, high school? Ugh. Yeah, dude. God, I don't know how many people liked high school. I was talking to someone today who was just like, yeah, no, high school was one of the greatest times ever. I loved high school. I'm like, that's insane to me. Any steps? So I spent most of high school playing Warcraft 3 and then WoW, so you know, it was alright. Yeah, I mean, I spent a good chunk of high school doing StarCraft. And by a good chunk, I mean that's like what I did. StarCraft and Beatmania. Vezros's Shauna just had Walia recently because of your recommendation. It was delicious. Bizarre, different, but amazing. Yes. Kitfo's where it's at, man. I haven't had Ethiopian in quite a while. Quite a while, man. I love me some good Ethiopian. Oh, you installed a mulligan to 5. Alright, well that's a good start, but it's not like the start. This makes me now want to hold back my Faerie. Oh man, I really gotta hook my Beatmania machine back up. I bought this controller. I spent all this money on this controller. I really don't make big purchases, like at all. By God, spent all this money on it. Still haven't hooked it up. Because, like, you need to get a subscription to this Konami service. So that's kind of helpful. Alright. So we need to draw a land in our next 2 turns in order to get that sweet, sweet Quasting Boshed. That Quasting Bastard. I really kind of want to just hold on to, like, everything in my hand right now. Because if I can just be swinging with a Lovestruck Beast and a Questing Beast, I mean, I'm going to feel good. Well, great. Well, so I think that I'm going to wind up going Flower Giant Killer anyways. I'm going to do so much cleaning tonight, man. I'm going to throw so much garbage out. I'm going to turn all these lights on. I'm going to tear this place down. Man, I can't imagine what it must have been like to be in high school when WoW came out. Because, like, everyone I know who played WoW Classic, they were not like, oh, yeah, no, this game actually, it actually wasn't really that great. Yeah, well, actually, what? Everyone's like, no, dude, that game is magical. I binged so hard when it came back out, and it was incredible. Lands were the best. And he says, well, I ended up dropping out of high school because of it. Oh, okay, that's pretty bad. But, you know. Well, you know, what are you going to do? Game's, like, really fun. Oh, what's a big bad wolf? Sure wish I still had that giant killer. Sure wish I did. Alright, this Wicked Wolf is going to just 5 for 1 me. Year for me, high school was Counter-Strike 1.3. Lands are hard to come by today. StarCraft 1. A little bit of Warcraft 3, but we went back to StarCraft pretty quickly. Although we did get a pirated copy of Warcraft 3 like 4 weeks before it released. I don't even know how we got it. But dude, we played that shit like crazy. Oh my god. We were like, we're gonna become the best players at this game. Let me tell you, when that game came out, like every single one of us just immediately. Do I want to make this a flying questing beast? No, I just think I'm gonna do this. I already have the tappy guy out, so I don't really need a... Are we serious with this shit? And when that game came out, we'd all played it so much, we like crushed everyone. It was fun. And then Mass Caster was discovered. I don't know if any of you were there when Warcraft 3 Reign of Chaos came out before Frozen Throne. Frozen Throne was the expansion that fixed a lot of the issues in Reign of Chaos. I think they like added a armor type and just made all the spellcasters like that armor types. They didn't die so slowly. But I mean, you could just go like mass casters. None of these footmen, grunt units that you see in the cutscenes. None of that, man. Priests and sorcerers. Slow everything, heal everything. The flows of magic look whimsical today. Who are you cracking, man? I don't think that's the one that you want to crack. Okay. You know what? I'm going to go so wide this game. We're going to have fun being the widest boy. Are we, though? How's back been lately? It's been fine, man, because I'm not going to the gym. Isn't that fantastic? I'm such a chunker. I am the chunkiest boy. I'm sure I'll become all ambitious at some point. I'm going to be healthy and I'm going to go to the gym and it's going to be amazing. I'm going to go to the gym, my back's going to be like... Have you tried swimming? Yeah, I don't like swimming. There's also nowhere really to swim by where I am. I mean, there's a gym, but it just doesn't have a pool. It's just a room with equipment in it, you know. Outer Worlds anytime soon. Wednesday. We'll be on Wednesday, my dude. Alright. I always wanted to learn a martial art. I'm someone who's just not a very physical person. But like, you know, fighty, physical. I like the gym as much as the next guy, but X equals 2, that's the sort of desperation we like to see out of the enemy. Alright, so if I slam this down and swing, there's like not a lot of good stuff that our buddy can do, huh? good looking attacks, man. And we can still march for a pretty reasonable amount. Flows of magic are whimsical today. You've never been a fighty boy. I think it would be a interesting experience to get that sort of physicality with someone else. What do you know? We hit plat. Ooh, our opponent was taking long on those turns, so we're really trying to figure out what to do. All right, so what I'm gonna do is we're gonna listen to some polka. Cause I'm in some polka mood. Tomorrow we're gonna build some stupid nonsense. We just broke the we just broke through to the other side. We're plat, so we're gonna build some Naya Merrimid stuff. It's gonna be good. Naya control's gonna be fun. Polka time.